What is up, my wonderful people? My name is Thomas. Welcome back to another video. We are in week 6 and 7. I had quite a turbulent 2 weeks. I unfortunately had to skip a run, but on the bright side, today I can finally share with you guys my big update. Dum dum dum. So stay tuned. Alright, so as you may know, I was in the army the last 2 weeks as part of my yearly service. Every year I have to do 3 to 4 weeks of military service, and so now I did half of it and will have to do the other half this summer. I was stationed in kind of the mountainy area of eastern Switzerland. The reason why it got seriously cold in my second week there. And the fact that usually I was only able to run at 9-ish or 10 in the evening didn't really help with the cold either. I really tried to run according to my plan, but with the cold, the sidewalks got way too slippery to run safely. And as the air was really feeling like ice when it entered my lung, I decided to skip my long run of the 7th week.
No excuses.
Shame on me. But as I have chronic tonsillitis, I didn't want to risk too much that week and fall ill and be out for even longer than just one run. But as a substitute to my long run, I replaced my skipped training session with a core workout because I have neglected that part of my body a bit these last few weeks, and I was only focused on running, even though your core strength is, as for a lot of other sports, quintessential. But anyway, let's jump into some interesting runs of these 2 past weeks. As I'm trying to make these updates a bit more interactive for you guys, or at least less me sitting in one place, see? I try to film from now on after my runs directly or doing other things and just me sitting here, so let my past self in the army talk about my first run of those 2 weeks.
What is up, guys? I'm filming here from my 12-man bedroom, which I occupy all alone because of COVID. I just got done with showering. Today was an easy run. It was a 6K, a bit more than a 6K actually. I ran at an easy 5 minute per kilometer speed and it was freezing. I tried to especially pay attention to warming up well because of the coldness, and I think for my next run it should be even colder.
Run 2. The temperatures kept dropping and dropping, which made running a lot more difficult because of the slippery sidewalks and the really cold air.
It is frosty. This is probably going to be very shaky for you guys, but I thought, I almost got run over by a car. Isn't that nice? You shouldn't text and run. My mom always said. And speaking of what my mom always used to say, there's no such thing as bad weather. There's just bad equipment. It is currently minus 10 degrees Celsius, or like 20 degrees Fahrenheit, I guess. And I can definitely feel the cold. So that's why I'm limiting myself to a 5K, or a bit less than a 5K, because my lungs are freezing, and so am I. But it was a good run.
In the end, I ran a 5.5K at a roughly 5-minute speed. So you see, due to the circumstances, my pace was a lot slower than what it usually would be. Of course, I was still happy that I went outside despite the circumstances, but I was definitely not feeling too well after the run. Run 3. Temperatures were still really low, and despite the setbacks of the last 2 runs, I still said to myself that I should do at least one long run. So I ran a distance just under 12 kilometers at a comfortable 5 minute 10 seconds per kilometer pace, and I tried to run the whole thing at a progressive speed, so starting off very slow and then increasing my speed at every kilometer. That only kind of worked because it really feels odd to start off at a very slow pace, or at a pace a lot slower than what I'm usually used to. So that only worked for the first 2 kilometers, and then I accelerated way faster than what I should have. And so the next 2 weeks on my next long runs, I will definitely try to improve that point, really trying to slowly increase the pace and not jumping from 5:30 to 4:50 within 1 kilometer. And that's already it for these 2 weeks. If I've learned something this week, it is definitely once again the tip I gave you in one of my very first videos. It is to listen to your body, and it is completely okay to skip a run if you don't feel alright. Because I saw for myself, I skipped one run, but am now once again full in shape and I'm very motivated to go for a run. But if the reason why you have to skip a run is not your physical health, but outside circumstances as it was for me, for example the cold, don't just waste that time sitting around, but use it to train something else, maybe your legs, or as I did, work out your core. So that would be my tip for you guys this week. Whether it's in between 2 running sessions or in replacement of 1 running session, try to work those abs as well a bit. And now let's talk about something else. I have tried several training plans to help me prepare for races so far, but with none of them I was fully satisfied, and I felt that they were either too complicated to read, too static or that they progressed way too fast for my level. But in order to change that, not only for myself, but also to help you all, I created my very own training plans. Where you can find them, you ask? That's a very good question. As I thought I might as well go all in, I created a website for the entire Run for Your Life movement, and the link is runforyourlife.ch. The .ch is the TLD for Switzerland. The official reason why I chose the .ch over a .com, for example, is that I'm Swiss and I thought I might as well do some representation for that beautiful country. But unofficially, it should also be said that the .com TLD for Run for Your Life was already taken, so... But without further ado, let's have a quick look at my website. Alright, welcome on my website, runforyourlife.ch. This is the home page, so the first page you will see when you click on it. Very simple layout. Gorgeous runner right here, right? Honestly, the only moderately okay picture that I have of myself running, so we had to slap it on, right? Then if you scroll down, you have some deeply inspirational welcome message. If you click on this button here, you will be brought to my YouTube channel. By the way, if you have not subscribed yet, I really recommend you do it. Otherwise, you will miss out on great stuff. And if you scroll further down, we just basically have everything that you also have up here in the main menu. So my training plans and my recipes. The reason why I also uploaded the recipes is pretty simple. Common free recipe websites, I find them pretty annoying because they're just need to scroll down so far until you actually hit the recipe. And I thought I would just make it easier, upload just simply the recipe, hassle-free, so that you have it in front of your eyes and don't have to go back every time to my YouTube channel. But so anyway, if you go up here, you have again a link that will bring you to my YouTube. Then you have my training plans, recipes, and a small about. So about, that's just me, who I am a bit, that you know what this website is about, and for other people that don't know what Run for Your Life is. Then if you here go on my training plans, as you can see so far, only the marathon training plans have been uploaded, one for 24 weeks and one for 18 weeks. I recommend everybody who's never run a marathon or who is new to running definitely to follow the 24 weeks training plan and not the 18 weeks training plan as indicated here. It is mostly for advanced runners, but you know, you're free to do what you want. Then get started. You will see the training plan. If you make this a bit smaller, the training plan is hopefully more or less self-explanatory. It starts off with a description of different runs, different types of runnings, and I mean, just quickly to point out, fartlek, that is not a typo. This type of run is actually called like that. But as we're all mature, we're of course not going to laugh about this. Fartlek. Anyway, then you have some inspirational 2 pages again. And then this is where the actual training plan begins. As I said, it runs over 24 weeks. Each week is divided into 3 to 4 runs. And it just goes down from week 24 to week 1 in which you will run your marathon. On the training plans, of course, everything is better described than what I'm doing right now. So be sure really to check them out and give me feedback on what you think of them and how I can improve them. I'm always glad for constructive criticism. And that's already all I have for you guys this week. Be sure to check out my website, comment down below what you think of my website, and of course of the training plans. I'm currently working on new training plans for half marathons, 10Ks and 5Ks. So even if you're not training for a marathon, there will hopefully soon enough be also training plans for your type of race. And with that being said, if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.